so it won't come up.
Jeremy Clements. Ford Mustang King
Dominant fashion, highly glad.
Yeah. Area 51 podcast. This is Cap Houston right here. Bobby, what you got for me?
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your host, Bobby. We've got Dave. We've got Rob. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good, Bobby. How about you? How about you, Dave?
I'm doing good, Rob.
That's good.
So we are on episode 99. In what, 6 days will be episode 100?
Yeah, whatever
Yeah.
the
believe
math
so.
the math is. I'm not a math person, so but it's pretty close, all I can say.
Yeah, we're 6 days away. So we are gonna be live September 15th from 4:30 to or 4 o'clock to 5:30 at the Spartanburgers Park. What is it, Dave? Fifth Third Park?
Fifth Third Park.
Yep, Fifth Third Park. And I can actually share the image real quick of our poster so that way everybody can see it. But we are going to be there from 4 to 5:30 live at Fifth Third Park, home of the Hub City Spartanburgers, featuring special guest Jeremy Clements, Luke Clements, and many more. You guys won't want to miss it. I'm not quite sure where we're going to meet up yet. I know it's going to be at the stadium, but I'm not quite sure where. So we will get those details for you hopefully by Friday, Saturday, and then go from there. Also, we are going to be doing giveaways. Dave, can you tell us a little bit about the few giveaways that we have off from you, and then I'll get with Rob on the stuff that he's doing.
Yep, I'll be giving the rocker panels away, autographed by Jeremy. I believe I have either 3 or 4 of them. And pretty much what we're gonna do is like a 50-50 roll-off raffle, where you put your information on the card when you come in, put it in a little fishbowl, and we'll have numerous prizes to give away, including the big one that Rob's giving away.
Yeah, it was from last year. It's the centerpiece of Jeremy Clements's race car. It's got the Harrison's logo on the hood, or the hood front area on the bumper, and
I think Rob froze.
Yep. So we'll be giving away this piece here. This is the Harrison's nose that we'll be giving away. Like Rob said, it was last year. So it actually says Camaro instead of just the Chevy emblem on it with the Harrison's logo on the front. Who's a proud sponsor of ours that's making all this happen. And then some of the rockers, they're going to kind of look like this. They're small little tidbits, but every one of them's got character. All signed by Jeremy. Got the wear marks down at the bottom from when they go off track. Like I said, I think I got 3 or 4 of those. Got the nose. I think we're going to be giving away a die cast or 2.
Scotty Banks is going to be bringing a die cast. He will be on, and we will also be giving Brandon Henry's going to be giving one away. And then Rob's got a T-shirt from the Racing Warehouse. I believe it's the Jeremy Clements blue one that they have.
Correct.
And then there's a couple hats, hero cards, and a few other things, I believe.
Yeah, sorry guys. I have no idea why, but my internet thing I had fixed, but obviously it just didn't work, so it cut out. But Steve Carnes from First Pacific Funding this past week sent a whole box full of swag and diecast and other things that they wanted us to use throughout our year for the podcast to give away to our listeners and stuff. So I'm going to bring a few of those items along with to give away as well. And then throughout the year, we'll randomly be giving away stuff too. So want everybody to tune in. We got diecasts, crew shirts, hats, stocking caps, hero cards, and then one of the big I can't think of the name of the brand.
Woodford Reserve
Woodford
bottles.
Reserve bourbon etched autographed bottle. So that will be some special big giveaway that we do for some big event or whatever. But either way, I apologize for my internet. For some reason, decided not to work. So
That's all right. So tonight we have Alex Club. How you doing, sir?
Good. How you guys doing tonight?
Doing good.
Good
good to
deal.
see you, Alex.
You guys too.
So we brought you in, Brandon and I brought you in a couple weeks ago and spoiled the surprise a little bit of us sponsoring you at Toledo.
It's all good.
So now we can talk about it though.
Yeah.
So Area 51 is officially going to be on the car for Toledo for the hood. Brandon, myself, and Rob will be helping Alex on the car. Brandon and I will be going over the wall, and Rob will be catching tires.
Be a good time. A lot of fun.
Absolutely. I said the only way I do it is if I didn't have to go over the wall because I'm way too old for that. Those days are in my past. I mean, I can have somebody roll me a tire. I can do that, but
Right?
jacking cars up and changing tires, that's in my past.
I understand. It's a lot of work and you got to do it quick.
Yep. And I'm not quick,
I
so
think we need to put the GoPro on you. So that way you're looking at us. That way if we fall or do something, you have video proof.
yeah.
It's good stuff. I wish they
But,
let us have GoPros in the cars because that'd be more fun too.
Yeah. I mean, I have one, so if we can put it in the car somewhere.
Yeah, unfortunately they won't let us. I
Ah,
wish they would, but no, they want you to pay Fox to have an in-car camera. So
Oh, I thought the deal was Fox paid the teams to allow them to have a camera.
oh no.
Apparently not in the
Oh,
ARCA
no.
series.
No, we pay $7,500 a race if you want a camera.
Oh my
Oh,
God.
wow.
That's why you never see a camera in my stuff because I ain't got that kind of money.
Yeah. Because I watched a Xfinity race and somebody made the comment that by having the camera in the car, it might have been Garrett Smithley's car. It was somebody like that. They had the camera in the car, and the comment was made that they were making extra money for allowing the camera to be in the car because they had like the decals for the sponsors and stuff. It was showing every time. So maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I misunderstood it.
I don't know how it works past the ARCA level,
Yeah.
but I know for us, you have to pay if you want to have it. Now, they'll give you a discount if you're going to do like multiple races, but it's like $7,500 for Fox Sports 1, and I think it was like $4,500 for Fox Sports 2 to have an in-car camera. And then they guarantee you like a minute and a half of aired time or something.
I did.
how's
I
your
did
season
talk
been
to-
going? Oh, sorry, Dave. Go ahead.
No, you're fine.
It froze on my end. My bad.
No, you're all good. I was just saying at least on the Xfinity side, every car's got the rear bumper cam whether it's active and or just 3D printed. That way there's not a aero advantage of any type on the back end of the cars, which I thought was absolutely crazy.
Yep. Yeah, we don't. I think the only place I'll put them is actually in the car for us, so it's not.
So
It's
you're
not anything that's an advantage for us.
so you're not cutting unexpected holes in rear bumpers just for the hell of it.
No, no, that's for sure.
So, Alex, I got a question for you. Big discussion. Involves a grassroots racer like yourself that races in another series. I think you probably have a good idea of who I'm going to talk about, but Landon Huffman.
Yeah.
So Landon is a good race car driver. However, for some reason, unbeknownst to me and obviously other people, he decided to shit on the ARCA series and specifically you in general after a video of qualifying from, I think it was Madison International Speedway here in Wisconsin. I think it was the 86 car, your other driver's thing, and he made a comment something about his wife could do better or something like that. And then just recently, the other day, he again posted something on his social media about it had to do with the viewership of the ARCA race was 43,000 people, and the car, he said the cars had over 260,000, and our one that was, on air. So he basically was slamming the ARCA series again, and I, I responded to him. My idea is if you're a race car driver, you should support the other race car drivers. You don't crap on them. You don't. That's the first thing I was told when I was part of a race team. You don't crap on the series, the racetrack, the promoters, your competitors, especially in public, social media, in public, whatever. If you're going to have a discussion, do it in private, because it negatively impacts not just the people you're talking about, the sport in general. And I did say something. I mean, he's Willie Mullins, Big Willie. He's been on our podcast. He's an ARCA driver. He was engaged in it with him too, and they were just arguing back and forth. And I'm like, this is just crazy. Why would he do that? I mean, for the most part, he runs his own equipment until I think it was the last 2 years, he ran for another team, but his own equipment as well. Right. It just, I don't understand. So I guess from your perspective as an ARCA driver, grassroots, your blood, sweat, and tears, your dream is to drive a race car like every race car driver, no matter what level you're at. You want to race at the highest level, correct?
Right. Yeah, 100%.
So I guess, what is your perspective on this whole thing with Landon? I mean, he's not the only one that's done stuff like this, but him in general it's been the biggest thing, and I have no idea why.
I know why. I mean, controversy creates content, and it creates people to banter back and forth. So he puts on in my opinion, he puts on a persona of being an asshole. So with him being that asshole, we're talking about it on the podcast right now. 1 million people or whatever have seen all of his stuff. He's got a ton of followers on Facebook, a ton of followers on Twitter. You get paid from all that. So if you make a post that said, "Oh, the race was great today, I loved watching it," and 17 people like it and 3 people comment, you didn't get paid much for that post. If you put, "Well, that sucked, ARCA sucks, Cars Tour, rah, rah, rah," and then you get the Cars Tour people agreeing and the ARCA people arguing, and you get 300 comments and it gets shared 100 times, well, you just made money, So that's what it is. It's just a persona. It's just him, doing what he's doing to get paid. He's a content creator. He's a race car driver and a content creator. And, do I blame him? No. is there a better way to go about it than bash the ARCA series? Yes, but he's not a good looking blonde woman that can post bikini pics, so he's got to go a different route with it. I'm the same way. I could put a bikini on, but it probably wouldn't sell much.
Yeah, I think I'm in the same boat as you there, Alex. I think we'd be getting canceled pretty quick.
Yeah.
But I mean, his point is, I said there's 43,000 viewers of that ARCA race. I think it was the dirt race at DuQuoin, I think it was.
Well, we went
And
up against Cup. I mean, it was a
right,
dirt race on a Sunday night against Cup on Fox Sports 2. I mean, it's apples to rotten oranges any way you look at it. I mean, if you want to go that route, then take when we were on Fox for Daytona. We had over 1 million viewers for that. So, I
right,
mean,
and that's what somebody had said. So, but that was my
you
point.
can make it.
It doesn't matter how many viewers you have. That
No.
was 43,000 people that were watching motorsports,
Right.
which is a plus.
Yep. I mean, you can make it a measuring contest every weekend. And, at the end of the day, who cares? I mean, I'm an ARCA guy. I care about ARCA. He's a Cars Tour guy. He cares about Cars Tour. Is our product the best? No. Is the Cars Tour's product the best? No. I think the best product right now is Xfinity by far. But at the same time, I don't watch Cup. I don't watch Xfinity. I don't watch Truck. I don't watch Cars Tour. I think other than the ARCA replays, I watched the World 100 this weekend, and that's all I've watched. I mean, I'm always working on our stuff, trying to make it better. We're a true blue collar deal where it's just we're out here working our butts off, trying to, get better. We're not happy about running in the back. We're not happy about being laps down. I've come from a winning background. I've won races, championships. I mean, it drives me nuts when we show up to the track, our stuff ain't right, and we run laps down because we just don't have everything that we need. And I mean, we're going up against millionaires. So I, I hate it. And then you got the people on the internet that run their mouth. Oh, you suck. You don't know what you're doing. It's like, you come drive the thing, you go wrestle the thing for 100 laps or 250 laps somewhere where it's handling like crap. It's not easy. Them guys that are driving the good cars have it a lot easier than us guys that are driving stuff that is ill handling or off a little bit, because we're doing everything we can to be out of the way and not cause issues and not get ran over. And they're out there driving stuff that's on a rail that you could drink some coffee and have a smoke while you're doing it, and just making us look stupid.
Now you're what, sixth in points right now?
Yep. Sixth in driver, 10th in owner, and our 86 is 18th in owners.
So I mean, your season's been going great. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, we've had good runs, and we've had some stuff that we've hit on, and we've had some stuff that we missed on, and we don't have pull down rigs at the shop. We got to go and outsource that. We don't have technical alliances. We don't win tunnel tests. We don't do all the stuff that the big teams do. So, it shows from time to time, and it shows more at the places that are really fast, like I say, we're not happy to be slow and in the way, but we could also drop down to part-time and everybody else could that's slow, and we could have 6 cars showing up every week. So at the end of the day, then your Landon Huffmans, they get their way and the series goes away. So, it's just a double-edged sword. I mean, there's a pretty big disparity from equipment in ARCA, but at the same time, you have to have the ARCA series and you have to have the truck series to get people ready to move up and do other stuff. So, for a guy like me, that's what I can afford. That's what we do. And I don't plan on going any further than where I'm at. But then you've got guys that's their stepping stone. And then after they get past it, they shit on the series. And it just doesn't sit well with me, because I love the series. That's what I'm about. That's what we put all of our heart and soul into. And to see people that just want to run their mouth about it, it's aggravating.
Any luck from 2 weeks ago about the dually?
So it got totaled. I got paid on that, but not enough to do anything. I mean, I got it paid off and I had 8,000 left over, so um that doesn't cover nothing that's destroyed really. So our GoFundMe, it helped a ton, and we didn't get anywhere on the trailer because they had liability only. So basically everything in that is just a wash. So, we're kind of just still getting by with what we got. We're trying to get some better stuff together. Hopefully next week we can have a more upgraded deal going to the track, but we'll see how that all works out. It's just rough with everything, I mean, in the middle of our season, that just really took wind out of our sails, but
I
we're
mean,
still going, still trying.
to have the accident and turn around and you guys had the countless hours and time built fixing the car and getting it to the track the next week. I mean, that's dedication. I mean, if it would have been anybody else, they probably would have just said, you know what, I'm not worried about it. We'll get the car fixed. We'll miss this week and go. You guys were there with the car, ready to rock and roll.
Right. Yep. And we had two finishes out of it too. So, and I'm not a road course guy, but we we overcame all the obstacles and made it. So that's, 90% of the battle.
Now, as far as that GoFundMe, there was a couple, I think, Cup drivers that I saw on there that donated.
Yeah, we had Corey LaJoy, we had Ty Gibbs, Connor Zilich's dad donated some money. There was a few other guys too. I can't remember off the top of my head. There was some truck and Xfinity guys, and we had a pretty good number of people that helped out, and I mean that helped us get back kick started and going. So without that, we would have been dead in the water because there was just no money to keep going. So it greatly helped us to keep kicking and stay alive.
I mean, that in and of itself says a lot that those those guys that are in the sport of racing know what it takes and know the passion, dedication of the sport, that they were willing to get behind you and help you out in a time of need so you could get back on the track. If
Right. Yeah.
they didn't believe in you, then they wouldn't have donated the money. I mean,
Right. Yeah. And I mean, it wasn't small money that some of them guys donated. So, I mean, $1,000 is a lot of money to me. So I was shocked to see some of those guys and what they donated. And, it was a very good thing to see that you see that people care and want to see you keep going.
Dave, you got anything?
No, I was just listening. I was kind of in awe about the story and all that, and then I didn't realize I don't want to say Arca series was below anything else, but as far as wind tunnel and all that stuff, I really did not figure that that car went to a wind tunnel or anything like that. That to me it'd be like a modified. It's built the way that it's built, but obviously everything is tweaked to the smallest degree to get an advantage. But I wasn't aware it went that deep.
Oh yeah, it's work. So our tech process is fairly lenient compared to the bigger series. So if you can have 26 things that you can cheat with and get caught with 3 of them, you still got away with 23 of them. Well, when you're in the Cup Series, if you cheat with things, you get caught, you get DQ'd. Where we're at, you get caught, you get a $750 fine. So if they catch you with one thing out of the 23 or whatever that they don't make you fix before you go on track. That's why they're killing us. I mean, do I blame them? No, because if you can get away with it and work the gray area, go for it. But we can't do that. We can't get away with it. We don't have engineers and people that can, get under the car and move this and move that and do all this stuff in the 15 minutes before we go out for practice. So, we just stay behind, and it's just tough.
Gotcha. Yeah, just coming from my father, raced ARCA, back in the late '90s and stuff, and it was literally a car that sat in the garage until your Toledos came up, your Flat Rocks, your
Yep.
Milwaukee, anything under say quarter of a mile, he would take it to the track, but it wasn't worth anything to take it to a bigger track. It costs you money, so
Yep.
that was the kind of driver he was. So he would run, top tens at your, local, late model car, or, asphalt tracks or, cement
Yep.
tracks. And, that would be a special gig for that track. Like Flat Rock would have, ARCA cars and, or, yeah, it was ARCA even back then.
Mhm.
Or over at Toledo, along with figure eight cars.
Yep.
That was your night. And those are the kind of tracks that he went to because he knew that, it impressed the crowds. The entry fee wasn't that much, and
Yep.
it was moderately local.
Yep.
But
Yeah, and even back then, it was tough with the bigger tracks, and it's just gotten tougher. The engineering and all the stuff that everybody does, you can't keep up with it unless you're doing it.
right. And I'm talking like Monte Carlo era,
Yeah.
box cars.
Right.
So
Yep.
Aero coops.
yep, that's exactly it. He ran
Yep.
what was it, '87 Chevy Monte Carlo Aero Coupe.
Right on.
Which, all black with the silver bottom and what was it, yellow numbers if I remember right.
Mhm.
Dude, that'd
Yep.
be awesome.
But but literally it sat in the shop except for 5 or 6 races a year, and we'd move everything out from in front of it because he also ran full time over at Flat Rock and the
Mhm.
figure eight series. So when the small tracks would come, we'd move all the tools and stuff that they did to fix the cars. And it was a starter and alternator place that was where everything was kept, and that's where he worked, and so on and
Mhm.
so forth. But yeah, like
Oh,
you
yeah.
said, it just wasn't even worth it in points. He was like, 15th pays just as much as 20th as far as points go. So,
Yep.
if I can't crack that, it's even then set of tires was a G. So that was money.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Sunoco would run the fuel bill for you, and you had to pay. I think it was Hoosier at the time.
Mhm.
Grand for 2 sets of tires, and then you practice qualified, and then would keep a set for the race. Throw a scuff on if you blew out a tire, but
Yeah. I'd kill for tires to be that price again.
yeah, no kidding.
They're
When
1,600 a set for short tracks, and they're 2,400 a set for the bigger tracks, plus liners and wheels.
yeah, it's nuts.
It's crazy. And then you go to places like Michigan where you got to have 3 sets. It's like, okay, my base tire bill's $7,500 before tax, wheels, liners. You just can't do it. Not with what our payouts and that are. Not when you're walking away with a couple $1,000 to lose 10 or 15.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they say. They've all said if you're a millionaire and you want to go racing, the next day you won't be a millionaire because racing is expensive sport.
Yep.
So, um, Yeah, I know. I remember that there was some controversy too. Like earlier this year, somebody was talking about on your social media. Obviously, we follow you about the tire costs and stuff, and that
Mm-hmm.
they couldn't believe how much tires are. And
Right.
when you posted the copy of your actual tire bill, it was like people were dumbfounded.
Yep.
Um, and yeah, yeah, it's just that people just don't really realize unless they're really around the sport a lot. Um, I mean, like even me, just around the late model level or super late model level at the local grassroots level, 125, whatever that was back, I don't know, 8 years ago when I
Right.
last was part of a team. That's how much they were a tire. Now I can only imagine how much it is. It's
Yeah.
probably over 200.
Yeah, I'm sure it's crazy, even at the local level. I mean, for a
Yeah.
short track tire for us, I think it's 375 before tax.
Yeah, we've actually got a guy that, we don't sponsor or anything like that. But I work at a little shop here in town, and we've got a guy that runs over at the uh, Carolina Speedway on the dirt track, and
Mm-hmm.
they run 205 55 16s on their Super Bees.
Yep.
So uh, he, I've told him, plenty of times, I keep those tires like the used ones. I'll
Yep.
keep them in a separate pile for him because if they got, 4 or 5 30 seconds on them, he'll grab them and dig some grooves in them for the dirt, and
Right.
he loves free tires.
Yeah, you can't beat that.
Didn't know you could do that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, at the dirt track when you're, these guys are doing, 35 40 miles an hour and a four banger front wheel drive. There's really not a limit on, you know, steel alloy tires, or
Right.
steel wheels.
Yep.
You the guys don't even run rear brakes, and they got, I think the right caliper's got to be there, but it doesn't have to
Mm-hmm.
be operable. Just your left front caliper is the only one that needs to work. And that's
Right.
just so you can get the ass end to hang out,
Oh
just to make it look a little cooler.
yeah.
Yeah. But even at 45 miles an hour, that ass end's not swinging out as far as, the modifieds are.
Right.
But that's just your turn and burn cars. Those are the ones you can pick up off a marketplace that
Yep.
somebody's outgrown for $3,500 with trailer, because it got too expensive, or they went up a car, and
Right.
pretty much break the windows out, spray paint a number on the side of your car, get a
Yep.
get a sponsor, and you're racing.
Go racing, baby.
Yep.
Now, speaking of that, how has Cletus McFarland's made an impact on ARCA, if any, with him going and racing? How has that been? Has it been like a circus, or has it been like a good thing?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they he brings in fans like when he was here, he brought in fans. Frankie Muniz, Haley Deegan, whoever's the next big thing, like always brings in fans. The problem is, as a sport, we don't put into the people that are there that stay there. They're just worried about who's the next big thing. So for him to come and run, 3 or 4 races a year is great. But then the other 16 or 17 people that are his viewers, they don't watch. So, you know, it doesn't hurt, but when those people are there, it hurts everybody else that don't get TV time because if you had a shot at it, you're not getting it. So I don't know. I kind of always went along with it the wrong way because I call out Fox and I call out anybody for doing wrong with the series or doing wrong with the TV stuff. And that's very frowned upon. I was brought up in multiple Fox meetings, I was told, because I wouldn't be quiet and complained about the way that they just care about the top 3 to 5 and nobody else. So, but at the end of the day, I mean, you've got more cars out there. It don't take them any more time to pan through the field than it does to beat a dead horse with talking about, your Tonys, your Ambers, your whoever it is this week, And I mean, it doesn't matter. Like, if you're a girl, you can run 25th. They're still going to talk about you. So, they can run 25th and we can run 7th, and they'll be like, oh, well, you ran 7th. We don't care. We're going to talk about the girl that ran 25th today. So it's just kind of annoying with that. But unfortunately, it'll never change because you got a lot of guys that like to see women out there. So that and Cletus and, whoever else comes along, that's always a big thing.
Now, as far as the like the camera during races, they show like in the Cup Series, the Xfinity Series, the Truck Series, it's the same way. That's the big thing. They just show like certain parts of the races. They're getting a little bit better of showing farther back in the field, but yeah, that's always been the thing, that they just focus right on the front pack of cars and that's it. So
yep. And I mean, if I make some people mad and that helps change the TV package, then I'll go ahead and be the black sheep that complained about it for 3 or 4 years straight. I'll take that. They can hate me. I'm all right. I don't care. I don't run good enough most of the time anyway, so it doesn't hurt me that much.
So we usually start off and ask you about yourself and how you got involved in racing, and I totally drew a blank there. So is there a
That's
way,
all good.
before you get off, can you tell us about how you got into racing and all that?
Yeah, so my dad and my grandpa, they raced way back in the 80s. So me and my brother were third generation. Pretty much everybody in my family on my mom and dad's side have raced. So from the time I was like 3, I was on a go-kart in the yard, and from 4 on up, I was on a go-kart in the yard. I started racing at 8 years old in champ karts and just kept going. And I ran the 4-cylinder cars on the asphalt and the dirt. I did dirt street stocks. I've done the Sportsman, the Mid-Ams. I done super late models on asphalt. I did a race with a dirt late model, modified. I've done, and then went up to the ARCA stuff after that. So it's just been a long career. I started actually racing in 2000, so this is my 26-year racing. So I just keep going with it.
No retirement anytime soon, correct?
No, I'm trying not to. So my wife wants me to, but I told her that, I've been racing since before we got together, and I plan on to continue to race. So we got to make it work.
well, that's not. I mean, obviously you got a family. You're responsible for 2 race cars for your race team, but you also, outside of that, you have your own business,
Yep.
which is another thing you have to worry about. How do you have the time to, do all of that and still be able to maintain your race team?
Well, you have a lack of sleep, bad eating habits, and a lot of gray hair. I mean, you can't do everything. So between the business, the race team, family, politics, it's just a whole lot of stuff to do. So, I just work my butt off, and I'm always in the shop when I can be. And, I'll get done with work, and I'll go and go home, eat dinner with the wife and kids, get the kids in bed. And then, once they're in bed, I go to the race shop and work till midnight or so every night. So it's
Yeah, I
just
forgot
rough,
about
but we make it work.
Yeah, I forgot about your political thing. You're a city council person as well, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
Parker's crying. He wants to see it. I'll take it to her.
Yeah,
So-
yeah, the politics stuff, that's
Right.
a lot of work and a lot of stuff with that, but I ran for mayor. That was kind of a process, and
Right.
I got a lot of people that were excited about it, but it just wasn't good enough in the vote turnout. So did what we could, but I liked politics. I like being involved. I like helping the city. So it's just anything you do, any direction you go, it's work if you're gonna do it right. So I just have like 4 or 5 things I like to do. So I figure one day I'll be old and not able to do stuff, and at least I'll be able to say I did this, this, and this, and won't have any regrets on not trying.
Well, Alex, I don't want to hold you up. It's getting dark over there, and you're in your truck. So,
No worries, and I gotta get cars loaded up tonight. So
well, good luck this weekend. And what do you have? 3 or 4 races left.
yeah, we have 4 with Bristol. So after Bristol, we got Salem, and then Kansas and Toledo. So definitely ready to get it over with and start rebuilding for next year.
Well, good luck this weekend, and good luck for the rest of the season. And we'll see you in Toledo.
Thanks, guys. Looking forward to it.
All right.
You're welcome. Good luck. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
You're welcome.
So that was Alex Club, episode 99. Dave, Rob, what do you guys think about ARCA series? I wasn't expecting that. Not at all.
I think the ARCA series is a good series. It's just I don't think NASCAR's emphasis is like it used to be on that series. And I think like the bigger teams are using like the Cars Tour now as a stepping stone because they're perimeter chassis, if I remember right, the late model stock cars. So basically, they're like a NASCAR chassis with a late model asphalt body on it. And they're going from that to the truck series now because a lot of the Cup teams are like sponsoring the Cars Tour drivers. So I don't know. I mean, like Alex said, it's ARCA Menard series has been around for a long time. It's always been a stepping stone. I mean, there's tons of drivers that are really good that have came through that series that were champions there that are now currently racing at different levels in NASCAR, the upper 3 levels. So I don't know. I enjoy watching the races, especially like when they come to short tracks, which are some of my favorite tracks to watch. And but that's my view on it. I think it's a necessary series, and just wish there was more involvement in it.
And Dave, I didn't know your dad raced ARCA. That was pretty awesome to hear.
Yeah, I did it for 2 or 3 years, and then it just got overwhelming, and cars changed, rules changed, money changes, and that was about it. He still continued to run the figure eights, at a budget level, but yeah.
If you have any pictures of that, this weekend, maybe we could take a look at them because that'd be cool to see back in the day like that.
Unfortunately, I've scoured and scoured and scoured for the ARCA pictures, and it took me and my sister probably 4 or 5 years just to find 3 or 4 pictures of him in the figure eights. Because you got to remember back in the 80s and the early 90s, you had a camera. That was it. You didn't, nothing was televised, and you had your track photographer, and that was it. So you had a Polaroid. Well, that got destroyed 20 years ago, of the car. It's not like, it is now. You used to have to, take pictures, which was either family or friends or an outing. It wasn't usually of the race car.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
No.
in order to get photos back then, you're gonna have to find out who the actual track photographer or series photographer was, and then hopefully they're still around or alive, and you can get a hold of them
Yeah, 'cause-
and ask them, "Hey, do you have any photos of my dad that?" Um, yeah, all those photographers back from then, a lot of them have sold their whole collection to various, people, and then that they're turning around and selling them on eBay or
yeah,
online now. So
yeah. I remember that was my, big thing. If you, did your chores and, did well in school, blah, 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 mom gave you $3. And usually the pictures for the little 3x5s were $1 a piece. And you'd rifle through them, find, one of, our all-star was Joey Fair. And, you get his card or his picture, and then you could go down to the pits, get him to sign it. That was my big thing growing up, and it was all the stocks of cars. But yeah, I wish I still had half of them.
Man, I mean, you guys, I don't take this the wrong way, but like you guys are a lot older than I am. Like, Dave, what are you in your
I'll be
40s?
I'll be 42. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm 36, and from 42 to 36, there's a gap that I never knew that like the old Polaroids were phasing out as I was. I mean, I remember them. I remember taking a picture and then going like this, waving the damn thing, but that phased out real quick.
yeah, I'm gonna be 55 at the end of August, so I could be your dad, Bobby, and
I know you could.
maybe
just
yours, Dave. I
right,
don't know.
just to put it into context, I didn't have internet at home until I was in probably the last 2 years of high school. Yeah,
Bro.
so that would have been 98, 99.
Whoa.
Yeah, so to blow your mind, I believe, if I remember right, the first computer came out when I was in middle school.
Yeah, I think I was in early elementary school playing Oregon Trail.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I do
Oregon
remember
Trail. Yep,
that.
that was one of the big ones. Yep,
Oh, old Sarah died of dysentery.
yep,
Every time. Every time. Yeah,
yep.
bit by a rattlesnake, lost a mule, got an oxen.
Yeah,
What was the Sega Genesis the Sega Genesis was the gate
Not even heard of.
or no, not the Nintendo.
Oh yeah, we had Nintendo.
I still have two. I have two of the original Nintendos in the room next to me.
Yep,
That
on my 13-inch color TV without remote. That's
I
that's
had in television.
that's
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 how
back,
old I am.
right.
Yeah. So and now we have what 75-inch, 85-inch TVs.
The,
Yeah,
the the reason Rob had a kid was so he had a remote. That's how old he is. That's get up and
he had
change
to
the
go
station from 3 to 16.
to go get the rabbit ears to turn them the right way, or turn the radial antenna thing to get it to work, so I could watch one of the 6 stations that we could maybe get from Milwaukee, and if we're lucky, maybe Chicago or Rockford. So
I was about ready to say you probably got WGN.
yes, WGN for sure, because when I would get home, the Cubs games were awesome because
Yep.
that's before they had lights at Wrigley Field. So they always played day games. So we'd come home and watch baseball during the baseball season. So
That's actually what I'm doing right now. The Yankees and Tigers are on, and the Tigers just scored, so it's 3-2.
All right. Tigers winning, right?
Yep.
All right.
I'm
Beat
afraid
them
to look at the
Yankees.
Brewers score.
It helps the Red Sox out when the Yankees lose.
Right.
No, so everybody's asking. I'm getting message or text messages, so we're gonna share it. I'm not gonna post it till Friday. Rob, Dave, they're gonna help me out with this to make sure it's worded correctly for Friday.
I'm not
But
doing
from Friday, probably Friday morning till Monday during the show live, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll
We're
announce
going
the
to be
winner.
auctioning off this banner, and the starting bid is going to start at $125. That's what somebody's already thrown down and said that they want to put it at, so that's what we're starting it at.
And Dave, what is the size of that banner so our listeners can get an idea?
Yep, that banner is a quality 3x5. It's a vinyl, and it is. I wish the picture showed it justice, but it is a sweet, sweet looking banner. Tons of detail. The lines are crisp. I mean, it's just an all in all nice banner. We're gonna get Jeremy to sign it up in the right hand upper corner in the orange there. And then us three idiots will be sure to sign it down in the white there. And you know, if you win it, you can decide who else you want on it. You know, I know we got a couple of our sponsors that'll be there on Monday. So if you want everybody to sign it, feel free. If you don't want just us three and Jeremy on there, you know, just let us know, you know, on Monday before the show ends. And all, you know, the four of us will be a guarantee on it. Just let us know what else you want on it.
Oh, you could even have Luke, Jeremy's nephew,
Yeah, Luke could
sign
sign
it
it
as well.
too.
Yep.
Luke could probably sign it right in here or right here. Or in the orange. Can you see my marker or no?
Yep, we can see it.
Yeah. So
But
I'd say like right.
Madman Designs is the Chad Harrington, our buddy, is the one that designed the logo and the banner. He's the one that did the T-shirt design. So basically, if you've ever gotten a banner from Racing Warehouse from any other like Jeremy Clements Racing, that was on the pit box or whatever, it's that same type of a banner, correct, Dave?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
beautiful.
I was gonna say it's the size of this one.
Yeah.
We're bigger.
So
I think Dave and I were talking. This is what 2x7.
yeah, that one yours is that one's pretty big. The 3x5 is pretty big as well.
So yeah, I'm pretty excited about us being down there, and obviously being at Fifth Third Park is gonna be awesome with Jeremy and Luke. Brandon
we'll-
Henry will be there also.
And what we'll do is we're gonna have a dedicated post to that banner, and that's where we're gonna keep tabs on, you know,
Well,
the bids.
they can comment on or on YouTube while we're live, and they can also text. Is what we put out.
Okay.
So it'll come through, and we'll be able to keep track of it right there off of YouTube and off of text message.
Well, I see what Dave was saying. Sort of like what the Racing Warehouse does. We'll do a post, and just it'd probably be easier doing it on the post. That way, everything's there. All the bids are on there instead of going back and forth between the two. We'll do the giveaway stuff from the feed from YouTube, but we'll do all the bids will have to be made on our Facebook post. That will be easier, I think, because then we can see it'll just go right down. That's what you were thinking, right, Dave?
Yeah, because I don't want one person betting 150 on their Facebook and another guy posting on Messenger, you know, 150, and they don't know that, you know, they've bid 150, you know. And as far as the giveaway goes, you have to be present to win. We're not going to mail anything out, so if you show up, there's a really good chance that you're gonna leave with something.
Yeah, well, actually, there's a couple, I said I would, send out a couple things so the people that were online, that way they
Perfect.
can feel involved too. So I'm gonna do that with some of that stuff that I got from First Pacific Funding. So that way everybody's involved. That if they couldn't make it, then they're eligible for something for tuning in.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yes,
So
I actually do like that idea of doing it on a post instead of doing it off text message and everything, because that was actually going to be probably confusing.
yeah, we probably should have talked about that before we decided to get on air, but
Yeah,
we were so freaking busy, all three of us, that everything's chaotic and stuff, trying to get everything together before Monday and everything going on in our lives and stuff.
well, it's
So
not even Monday. I'm talking Saturday.
yeah, well, yeah, Saturday.
Let's
Yeah.
say Friday, because Rob will be here Friday, and that's gonna, as soon as we get off work, Rob's there.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be crazy. And then Saturday we fly out at 10 o'clock. We'll be there at noon, and then from there, I don't know what's gonna happen Saturday. Maybe
We're gonna
we'll
have
swing-
fun. That's all.
maybe we'll swing over and watch the race at Dave's. I don't know. I was just.
Sorry, you're breaking up real bad.
You're funny. Maybe you come over to our place. I don't freaking know. We're just
we'll
having
figure-
fun with it. We'll figure it
something
out. We're gonna wing it. But yeah, I'm pretty excited about it. And I've had a lot of people messaging me and saying that they're gonna be there, and if they can't come in, they're gonna stand outside and wait till we come out. Which is
I'm pretty sure we'll have way more than enough room for anybody, and if we don't have enough room, we'll make a room. If you're a fan, you'll be there.
So
That's the only reason we're doing this.
Yep.
It's not us, it's the fans. You guys make this happen.
Yep.
100%.
We've got sponsors and all that good stuff, but it's the fans that we talk to. We appreciate every man, woman, and child that watches this, every week, and I'm proud of that.
I know that
I just thought, Dave, is anybody from your fan club from I can't remember, was it Zimbabwe
Nigeria.
or
Nigeria?
Nigeria?
Yep,
I wonder.
Yeah,
Any,
he was unable to get his star on his driver's license, so he can't even get here. So unfortunately, he will be on the YouTube. So hopefully, we get to send him something.
All right.
All right, Bobby, roll with the sponsors.
Sorry, bro, that was a good one. But actually, I got something. So, the post that between Rob, myself, you, Mark Nelson, everybody that shared our post on their story, it has got over 3,975 views, and only 665 of those were our followers. Everybody else was people that have not followed the page yet.
That's awesome.
So we're gonna keep sharing that stuff almost every day and see if we can get more and more people to view it. They're following our pages, so I can't thank everybody enough, and I can't thank you both enough. Check out Anamore Designs for your merchandise, tumblers, garden flags, coasters.
72.
I'm actually going to bring 2 of these with me, and we will be giving these away too.
Are they gonna fit with all your sunglasses in your suitcase?
Bro, these are dinky. They can go in my carry-on.
You can't mix those with the Dolce,
You mean the Gucci? You mean the Gucci?
the Gucci, the Dolce, the Michael Kors.
I'm bringing the Gucci.
He's got a shipping container sent to your house.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's gonna pull up in your driveway while you're at work on Friday.
Yeah, I figured Pods was gonna be here with your wardrobe.
It's mine, Rob's, and Adrian's. It's just gonna pull up and it's gonna fan out. It's gonna look like a trailer.
And we're gonna have at least what 4 or 5 ward changes during our 100th episode. We gotta like Dave did that one time. He was taking his hat off, putting another hat on. This minute
where
has been
he
brought
changed
to
his
you
hat and then
by
turned around and-
Spartan Waste.
But no, I told Rob, I said I might actually have to bring my Spartan Burgers jersey, and I'll bring this, and I'll just keep changing throughout the show. And he's like, "Please don't do that." I go, "I gotta pull a Dave."
It's already
Yeah,
gonna be stressful enough. I don't need wardrobe change.
Yeah, that was one of the classic moments that I'm like, he keeps changing his hat. What is he doing?
I was waiting for a cowboy hat or something to come on, or him to put the Jeremy Clement suit on and be like, "All right."
Well, my fat ass ain't fitting in that.
I don't think I would fit in it.
No, there's a reason he's a triathlete.
But I want to give a shout out to Gale Beard Products. If you go to galebeard.com to place an order, enter the discount code area51 and get 15% off and free shipping. Remember, guys, make them say it.
God,
Check out the Racing Warehouse website for Jeremy Clements hats, shirts, rugs, banners, whatever they have for sale. Dave, you got anything on
yeah,
Racing Warehouse?
they just got a huge shipment. I don't know where it came from or who it came from, but they've got a large selection right now of show car memorabilia from Kyle Busch door panels, deck lids. Saw some William Byron stuff on there. Joey
Dale
Logano. Yeah, Dale Jr. Like
Gordon.
I said, most of them, are show cars, but really in the grand scheme of things, get them for a discounted price. I mean, shit, they're still race cars. They just got rewrapped.
Right. Let's throw up the Ted Musgrave number 16 that they had.
Yeah, ain't that beautiful?
And the Wally Dallenbach number 16. I seen those and I was like, ooh.
Right.
Like,
I
wish I had the money.
That's slow wash.
I don't know if I'd wash it though. That's kind of like you're taking all that dirt off.
You got to understand. Even in my basement, the stuff gets dusty and dirty.
Yeah.
I've got some stuff out in the shed. Some old David Stremme stuff that is just filthy. I mean, so when you pull it out of these barns or a dude stashed them in his garage, they're gonna have tarnish. It's just like if you leave your car in the garage the whole time, it's still gonna get dirty and dusty.
Yeah.
I understand, say they get Bubba's car from last week and it's still got tire debris on the inside of it. Okay. That doesn't need to be washed, but that's going from, track to warehouse to your house. That's literally how it works. They get it off the car, they go get it, they bring it back, they cut it, tape it, put it for sale, and then it ends up at your house. They don't wash it, they don't do anything with it. It's exactly the way it came off the track.
Well, I can attest to that. I have the panel from Jeremy Clements's car, the Robert Presley throwback from, was it 2 years ago at Darlington? I think it was 2 years ago, 3 years ago, whatever. And that was the year the brake line broke, and there's still brake fluid on the back of and on the panel of the contingency panel that I have sitting over here. So when I unwrapped it, I'm like, oh, it still smells like brake fluid.
Yep.
So yeah, and it's got the rubber on it and stuff. I mean, that's the type of stuff though that it makes it authentic.
Well, half my stuff's got more Bear Bond on it than vinyl, and I love that because I can tell you exactly when that happened, who put it on, what race it was. I mean, some of the cars end up so pretty getting back on the trailer that you're just kind of like, I can't remember what race this came from.
My Martinsville front bumper, I'm looking at it right now. I forgot that it had so much tire rubber all up caked up in the inside of it.
Oh yeah, the air duct, especially if it's most of them take the mesh out now before they send it, just because they don't want people to know where they're putting tape and all that good stuff. But yeah, if you see some of the stuff, like I've got a Kyle Busch nose with the grill still in it, and it's probably 10 years old, and it's still got rubber buildup on the air vents.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
speaking of the air vents, a buddy of mine, Nathan Marlowe, I think Bobby, you know him. I don't know if you know him, Dave, or not. He's a big sheet metal collector and stuff. Somehow he's got a connection at Hendrick. He got a whole bunch of the those screens that go on for the air ducts and stuff.
Yeah.
For the not this gen cup car, but the previous gen cup car, and he's been selling them online, and
they'll sell for a premium.
I think he's selling for $50 a piece or something like that. But
yeah.
I mean, they're documented from Hendrick. They have all the logos and stuff on them. I actually have a window net I bought from him from Johnny Sauter's truck when he won the championship in 2017, I think it was.
Yeah,
Rob, check this out.
I literally just got this just a couple days ago, but it's sorry, you probably can't see it that way, but it's one of the Hendrick restrictor plates.
Oh, that's cool.
But yeah, somebody bought some new old stock, and they were selling them for, I think they were $15-20 on eBay.
Oh wow, that's a great deal.
Yeah.
So it's kind of one of those things where you're kind of like, wow, that's stupid. I need one.
Yeah.
It's same as every other thing down in this basement.
I really can't wait to be down there because I told Rob I have this gut feeling.
You'll probably find some shit that I have no idea that I had. Or
I'm gonna find something and I'm gonna be like, oh shit, I need to take it home.
Or
shit, I need to buy it.
Or we're gonna hide something, and then we're gonna watch you play hide and seek, and then during one episode you're gonna go, "What the hell is this?"
Well, one of those cool little things, and I have to thank my beautiful girl is I don't know if y'all can see it or not, but it's the Dawsonville pool room.
Oh, nice.
She went down, and let's just say a young lady named Radish got it for me. I don't know if it was stolen, paid for. If it was, the pool room, if you want to hit me up on Messenger or Facebook, I'll gladly pay you for the cup. But little stuff like this that I find around down in my basement where I'm like, huh, when the hell did that get there?
I think Chase Elliott, you said, gave that to you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so I'm gonna throw
the cardboard cutout of him holding it.
There you go. Can't go wrong with that. Rob, you got the hat on, so do the Armadillo apparel.
So check out Armadillo Apparel, which is the apparel company of the Racing Warehouse. This is a embroidered Jeremy Clements hat that they've done. Bobby's got a polo shirt on that they did for us. They do amazing work. Dave, Bobby, and I all have like the polos and backpack. You name it, they can do it. They do amazing work. So
and to get that stuff, you literally just go on theracingwarehouse.com and type in Clements or Jeremy, and it'll pull you up a whole page, and your hat, all of his sheet metal, all that stuff. comes right up on there. So, it's done by Armadillo Embroidery, but you get it right from theracingwarehouse.com.
And fortunately, because they sponsor Jeremy, you don't have to search for him. You can just click on Jeremy Clements and then it will say sheet metal, apparel, whatever in the drop down menu. But if you want something for another driver, you would have to do that actual search. But I mean, they have, like you said, that every once in a while, it's just cool to watch their website because it's like, what next are they going to put on there? I mean, you were talking about the Wally Dallenbach stuff, and I was like, holy crap, that's a blast from the past. I mean, it's just you never know. Somebody could have, whatever in a barn or garage, and they come across it one day and say, "Oh, I forgot I had this," and next thing you know, that it ends up at the Racing Warehouse or on Marketplace or whatever. So
One of my dad's friends has an original Mike Skinner Lowe's car, like the Lowe's whole side. I believe it's the 31. That thing is in immaculate shape. He's had it in his garage, and it hangs just like this, like facing down.
Mhm.
Dude, I've tried to buy it just to say it's something badass to have because first of all, it's blue, it's yellow, it's that pop. And I remember growing up as a kid going, that Lowe's car is badass.
That was before JJ Lowe's.
Right. That's when Dale, I mean, that isn't that considered, was that RCR?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah, you're right. Yeah,
Before
31 was RCR still. Yeah,
was it RCR or was it DEI?
No, it wasn't
no,
DEI.
it was RCR.
Okay.
I'm
So
almost
yeah, that
certain of
was
that.
that's something that's stuff I like seeing, and it's like, man, hey, how much you want for it? Not for sale. Damn, like cut me a break. You'd never gonna. It's just gonna sit there. It's gonna rot. He's like, one day it'll go to a good home. That's like my home. I'm gonna buy it off of him, but I don't know when. But
Yeah, it's fun to see this stuff, and it's almost like an addiction when you get involved in collecting racing stuff.
I don't have a
Um,
problem.
what's that?
I don't have a problem.
no,
No,
not
we
at
know
all.
you don't. You have the secondary spot in Gastonia for the Racing Warehouse, so we already know that you have a built-in excuse that it's not an addiction or a problem. It's just
It,
you're a displaying product for them
Yes,
if
sir.
Rob and I
that you
lived
own.
close enough, we would have the problem you have.
Exactly.
Or
So
I think if Jen, would allow you, you would have an issue.
yes,
Right.
I
Bobby,
probably would.
I think if you had another half of house, you would have an addiction as well.
I already have an issue. I have a closet full of Sam Bass prints that's going up when we buy a new house and we have a basement. I've already planned on, hey, I want a whole side of a race car again. There's stuff that's already spooling in my head like cool stuff though. If I can get my hands on something like Ted Musgrave, like that Ted Musgrave side, or the Scooby Doo, the old Scooby Doo side,
Yeah.
stuff like that
The
would be
Steve
awesome.
Grissom era.
Do who?
Steve Grissom. That
Yeah,
was
exactly.
Yeah.
the Scooby Doo, or
The one that he
what is it?
flipped.
Yeah, and then who was it? Nadu ran
Yep.
Scooby Doo for a little bit with
Jerry
Coach
Nadeau.
Howard.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so did Robert Presley.
Yeah.
Yeah, if anything Mark Martin popped up and it was at the Racing Warehouse and I lived close by, I'd probably be sleeping in the garage for a long time.
Yeah.
I'd
She'd have him
be
in
in
a
a
ring.
major timeout and be in the doghouse, that's for sure.
Yeah. So check out Benzik Designs for your official podcast diecast displays. Good lord. check out Matt Benzik, the owner of Benzik Designs Etsy page. He has 1/64th, 1/24th, 1/18 scale display stand. He also is starting to do tracks, like the banking of racetracks, and he's going to be starting to sell those. Those are going to be pretty sweet looking. Make sure you use the discount code Area51 for 20% off your order. Also, Kylie Glick Racing has some new merchandise. If you go to her Facebook page, she's got 2025 hero cards, hoodies, hats, all sorts of new stuff. Also, I want to thank everybody who tune in and check our Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, everything. Facebook, X. I can't thank you guys enough. Please like, subscribe, and follow our pages. Dave, Rob, thank you guys for everything that you do week in, week out. We are 6 days away from episode 100. I know we're gonna have a blast, and then after the show, it's vacation time, boys.
Yes,
So
sir.
I want what?
I said, yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm ready. Adrian's already said, "Is it Friday yet?" So she's ready. I know
Yeah, and I'm
Rob's
looking
ready.
forward to it because I've never been to Charlotte or South Carolina, and obviously bucket list stuff is in that area as a race fan. So I'm
Yes,
looking
sir.
forward to it. Plus, the biggest thing is I'm looking forward to meeting you, Dave. So
Same.
Yeah.
And
and
I've been
Stacy and everybody. So
everybody.
yeah,
I've been to North Carolina, but I've only been to the Hall of Fame and a couple race shops. I haven't went to RCR or anything like that, and I have never been to Spartanburg, so I'm pretty excited for this whole entire trip. I mean, Gastonia, I didn't even know it existed until you came around, Dave, and
Welcome to the gas house.
yeah,
the
I
gas
can't wait.
house.
I'm gonna get souvenirs. That's all I can say. I got to remember this trip.
You're not getting no. Uh, you
He's
get
gonna get a spoon that says Gastonia on it, and he's gonna put it up on his wall, or a keychain.
we're not that type of city.
No, I'm saying in like going places that Gastonia, I'm just gonna take a picture in your basement and say I'm at the secondary warehouse.
Yeah.
PRW Deuce.
So oh, I love it. So thank you to all of our partners who make the podcast possible. And by the way, we will be airing a new intro and exit video, hopefully next week. And we won't have to I won't have to read these and sound crazy sometimes and have the guys looking at me going, "You said it wrong." So we're gonna hopefully have that fixed. But I'd like to thank Spartan Waste, Fox Sports Spartanburg, Harrison's, Action RV, Kylie Glick Racing, Mattman Designs, The Runner's Roost, Alliance Driveway Solutions, Anamore Designs, Circle B Diecast, Driven Sunglasses, Elite Towing and Recovery, High Speed Auto, The Racing Warehouse and Armadillo Apparel, Belcher Cheesecake Creations, Fly Inform Concrete Structures, First Pacific Funding, Gale Beard Products, Wings Etc., Dialed In Focus Pouches, Benzik Designs, Schanzenbach Landscaping, Enigma Tattoo, Overwear Apparel Group, SBJR Design, Henderson Jet Services, Ava Hansen Racing, Jeremy Clements at Jeremy Clements Racing. And I also got to give a shout out to Hub City Spartan Burgers and Luke Clements for next week. I wanted to thank them now. I know we'll thank them during the show, but I want to thank them, and I know Nancy and Luke are watching right now, so thank you guys very much. And we're looking forward to seeing everybody on Monday. Dave, I'll see you Sunday. Rob, I'll see you Friday.
And
Unless Dave shows up at the house going, "What's up?"
And then hopefully, we don't need anybody to post bond for us while we're there, so things don't get too crazy. But, we still will have a fun time, but within our limits, right?
No, I'm going crazy. It's vacation. Why not?
So it's not gonna be like the Hangover movie. We're
It
gonna
might
have
be.
like
Dave might be the one on the roof getting a suntan.
nobody's
I-
coming back
I-
with a missing tooth or
I live here. I gotta behave. Y'all get to leave.
All right, so it's Rob that's sitting on the roof all drunked up.
yeah, that's absolutely not happening because I do not drink or anything like that. So
Oh, so that means I'm gonna be on the roof drunk. Lovely.
All right,
missing
boys.
tooth.
Well, I can't wait till Monday.
I'm looking forward
I'm
to
looking
it.
forward
and,
to it too.
I'm gonna do the exit video and then we will see you guys live on Monday.
Sounds good.